Let's go in here and have a closer look what the horses have been doing in this area and whether it is time to close the gate and deny them access to this place or whether they can continue. That here is the gate. It gives access to this paddock here. Of course there's nothing to eat in here, but they do manure. This is fresh, this is very good. And they have been going at this for a while. No moisture means nothing happens, but in spring this comes back vigorously. So this is not a dead place, it's just the contrary. And also this looks like dirt. It is actually not. It is organic. So I need to see. I hear a cat in here. There she is. So she hangs out here at the tree, which is quite good. Well, the dogs are over there. So this has been working out. We still need to get back to building this fence there. We have set the fence posts, but not advanced. And Juan and I will not do this. It is better to have Angel here and let them both do this, because they have some practice, they know how to do this, and it goes a lot quicker. So the entrance looks interesting. Somehow they ripped out grasses here and the rest hoof prints. There's the manure that I was hoping for, which is good. But I also can see, because of the way how a horse bites off grasses, they also pull on them. So they might pull out slips of vetiver. Would be nice if they would also plant them. So this has been decimated quite well. Well, they're bugging over there because the horses are close to the dog territory. But the horses are not impressed by that because they know this. So this is just a show. This is number 8, Nummer 8. She likes to impress. And now everybody else comes. But this is just a quick show. The horses will not really do anything. They continue grazing there. So what we can see here is nicely grazed vetiver. So not too low. It gets woody further down. So when the plant is developed, it looks like this. And while it is young, like the one here to the right, they can go much deeper. So everything that is older vetiver is definitely grazed off very nicely. And actually a lot better than what we can do when we cut this. So this is not a bad idea. I'm still looking for a good way how to cut this vetiver grass. And of course this is now showing up everywhere. Now that the soil has a lot more moisture, suddenly ragwort is making its appearance in all places. But then for a forest and all the related activity, this is not a problem, because the natural succession will probably suppress it. Does not mean that the seed is not there. Of course, it will then emerge when the forest becomes open again. But it's a question of management. See, there's probably another one. So this has been around, but because of lack of moisture, has not been visible. Even here, between the vetiver. So it would be a losing battle to try to pull this out and get rid of it. So I think. So they can probably also feed a little bit here on these. They just have to be there where I am. And then there is no more vetiver that they can graze. Cats like to follow you around apparently and want something, but I have nothing that I can give her. There is feed over there, so there is really not a problem. So my idea of using 2 outlets, or basically openings in this pipe, did not really work out. So all came out here and it made the whole area here wet. So this does not really work. But then after we made our experiment with the wobblers, we can probably use wobblers here as well. So I am patient until we have been conducting this experiment, and then we will continue here in this area, because irrigation is required for what we have in mind. So this will be one of the places where we start using this. And I'm very happy that we have fresh house manure all the way to the end. So that's very good. So far this is working out, but I would think that by tomorrow we have to close this. Let's go over on the other side. Manure all over the place. Everything that is somehow edible gets removed. Probably these things last, but that is very good. This vetiver is unreachable because it's on the other side of this string, and the freshly planted vetiver over there continues to be green, which is good. So every second day this drip line gets turned on for an hour, and that should be enough to allow this grass to make roots. I am wondering, maybe it should be every day. So maybe. The old vetiver they have not touched, so that continues to be there. The only thing is, this really has to be very, very thick, so that the lower parts can then break down, because whatever plant material that gets exposed to the sun will oxidize and not break down. So that's the problem here in this climate, unless we keep watering it. So that is something that we always need to consider, because it's different. Yeah, in a humid climate you put something on the ground and it will break down, and here it will not. Only during the moist part of the year, which is autumn, winter and spring. And as soon as the sun comes out, the temperatures rise, then it will not break down anymore. So this is great. This has been cleared. Everything that the horse can like is being removed. And the older vetiver there stays in the ground, which is okay. They also left the tree, the young tree there. So they do know what not to bite off. The other one over there, they also left, so that's also positive. This is the interesting thing. You have to trust the animals, I think. They do not eat everything, regardless what it is. The cows, for example, won't eat grass that is about to produce seed. So they have this in their instinct, and they will leave it alone. So this is Solo, and he's always afraid. I will go at a safe distance for him, in front of him, so that he continues to be there. But you see, the moment I do something, he is afraid of humans. That's the problem. So let's check out this here. This is the berm where we had the chili. As you can see, they do eat these the same way as the sheep do, but they're working on something else at the moment. But I think they will also clear this. It would be good that they remove this material and turn it into that, so that we have a clear berm to plant something on when spring comes around. Well, if not, then we have to do something mechanically here, which we can, but it would be nice to collaborate. So there's quite some forage, a bit dry, but it works for them. Where they are standing will be the animal path. So all this used to be, and it will be, an animal path and also a driveway in the future. Just a little bit over there. That is why the thick fence posts got put in the position where they are. They like to go in there. It is cooler, and maybe they also use it to poop a pee. So now we have a dog face sticking out there, but that's okay. We know that the Paulownia trees are indestructible. The only bad thing is that our pond area here is dry. I let some water out of the well flow into here earlier today, but not that much, just half an hour. But it did wet the area a little bit. There is that hose over there. I think we need to come up with some... Actually no. So instead of having this water hose there, we simply install wobblers, and some of them will also provide water to the pond so that it does not fall completely dry. But then it's a temporary pond, so it is for the grey water, and it's not really supposed to be for anything other than to hold the water for longer. It's not supposed to hold fish or something like that. Of course not in the grey water pond anyways. So those were a few impressions here in this afternoon, and I'm actually trying to do something new. Let me just make this one video and end it here. So it's a bit short, shows you one specific thing, and that should be it, instead of lumping everything together. You guys can tell me what you think about this. But I probably will not stick to any specific format. It's just too complicated. Because this is not my main activity, obviously. Okay, so that should be it, and see you next time.